So I'm about 100 meters upstream from the confluence of Lemon and Slocan here, and we're at the spot where where I stopped and spoke with Ryan Wilson. He was standing here right in this area cleaning up what looked like a real persistent slick. It was here on Monday, just 3-4 days ago. It's Thursday today, 2 weeks after the crash, and you can definitely see that there. And I did mention this to the crew, and I'm not sure if they hit this spot. It's quite likely that they did, actually. And you know, if I just look here, there's a mass of logs and stuff here, and there's no doubt that it's there's a fair bit of that material is absorbed into this, and it's just going to continue to leach out into the pools like this little one here. So even though this area's been cleaned, I see a fair bit of fuel or fuel remnants sitting here on the surface of the water and moving on downstream. This is a spot where I was the first Monday I was down, and last Monday when I was told I couldn't video or take pictures by the Quantum Murray crew. So you can see here, this is becoming the universal sign that somebody's been here and checked this already, and I actually see a lot of those out here. So whether that's general public or it's probably not Quantum Murray, I don't think, because apparently had they done that, they would know that this just reeks like fuel. Now this was a little spot where there was peat that had absorbed oil, and the sand had a very darker color to it, and just had a lot of oil in it. So what they've done here is come along with their hose and drive that stuff into the ground and into the water, and it's very strong here. If I move along a little bit further here, this whole area had a lot of fuel in it and peat moss. So if I move down to here, this little piece in here had some pretty good sized clumps, and if I move over just a foot, I can see where they are now. They're right here. They're mixed up with pine needles and a bunch of other things, and it reeks like fuel. So this is a pretty half-assed cleanup operation. I'll tell you what, I've worked as contractors doing various things, and there needs to be some quality control here. I don't think SNC-Lavalin is really cutting it. Had they come here and taken a look at this, they should have given it a failing grade. Again, we're at another spot where last week there was a lot of peat moss sitting here with fuel in it. It's been flushed and put into some different places. You can see right here, there's a pocket there, there's another pocket out here. If I walk up under this log here, I've noticed more pockets where it's either not been flushed at all, or it's just been flushed to another location. So once again, wondering who's watching the hen house here. Just about 5 meters upriver from the last bit that I showed you, and again right here under this log, you can see all this stuff here. This was exactly where this was. It's all under this log. So looks like somebody stood straight above this log here, pointed the water straight down, didn't bother to come to the side. And so as much as I would dispute that this is a good cleanup technique, the job they did is really half-assed. Another spot here just downstream from the mouth of Lemon Creek, and you can probably see here that sheen. It's again in an area here that's been cleaned technically, so I don't think it's a surprise to see some fuel around, but just a demonstration of what's there. I'm just down at the mouth of Lemon Creek and looking across at the family here and their dog. They're out swimming just upstream from Lemon Creek here. Lucky people. And as I've been doing this, I've been thinking to myself, the folks that are working on here are probably not going to like me walking around pointing out faults and bits of stuff laying around. And I want to be really clear here. This isn't about the workers and the job that's being done. This is about the spill. This is about the company that's been hired to clean it up. And if workers are properly supervised and somebody is doing some quality control here, we really shouldn't be seeing these things. So this isn't an issue of workers. This is an issue of proper supervision and oversight. So it's pretty frustrating to sit down here and run my fingers through sand and smell fuel and think to myself, I haven't seen any goddamn test results from SNC-Lavalin, and neither has anybody else. And I really don't give a damn who's paying for them. This is a public creek. This is a public river, and we have every right to know what those results are. And the longer they wait, the more skeptical people are going to become and the more frustrated. I think that it's pretty fair to say that there's a lot of people here that are really wary of anything they hear, and they're not going to trust anybody until they start to see some concrete proof And as long as that proof stays hidden, we're just not going to get the truth.